Hey y'all, this is a special Fun Untitled episode. It's gonna be a Minty only one because Annie's taking a little bit of a mental break, I guess. So I am gonna go over RuPaul's Drag Race Season 15, Episode 6, and this is Fun Untitled, where we serve every podcast with an FU. And we have the Golden Girls Group Challenge, where the 12 queens are split into 3 groups that they get to choose, and I'm like, okay, they get to choose their groups, that's fine, I guess. But then they also get to choose what genre they want to do, which is country, hip-hop, and metal. Or I guess rock. I don't know. And this is where the drama happens. I mean, oh my god. Because, like, the ones who ended up getting country, which was Mistress, Selena, Marcia, and Lux, was not having it when Malaysia, Sasha, and Aura and Spice, who actually got metal in the end, they were fighting it, like, incredibly hard. And, you know, you see a lot of this kind of stuff, and it's very entertaining, but for it to just be, like, a name out of a hat was just kind of like anticlimactic. But I loved how fierce they were. It was just hilarious. I will say though, it was very annoying how Lux was, I don't know, trying to be like the voice of the group or whatever. Because she was like, I do country, but the group already picked metal. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You could pick country, then just pick country. Like, it just seemed kind of stupid overall. I love Mistress. She's so real. She's very messy. Like, she's willing to bring in the drama. I know she's getting a lot of hate on the internet, but I don't know, people are just kind of overprotective or just have a narrow point of view. I don't know how to explain it. But I will say, I feel like Mistress is sort of like a, what do they call it? Like a Schrodinger's dumbass. Like, okay, because she was definitely being mean and cutting, but that's how she kind of is. She's kind of like real like that, but she's also saying she's joking, which I don't see at all. So I feel like she's just like gonna say something mean and then be like, oh, it was just a joke. How come you can't take a joke? It's you're the problem, not me. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. So I like Mistress, but I feel like she's trying to hide that she's a bitch. I don't know, because she's okay with being a bitch too. Oh, and then of course the hip-hop group, Anitra, Jax, Lucy, and Robin were just like, oh, I don't want country, so we're just gonna automatically take hip-hop. I almost thought somebody was gonna say, hold on. Because like, obviously for the other two, hip-hop's probably their second choice, but I guess it's first come, first serve. So going over each one, I thought the country one, the Banjo Bitches, they did the best. They had a similar coherent outfit like a girl group would have. The lyrics were cute. It was about they're not lonely, they have each other, they dance with the cane. I don't know, Isabel definitely was the best one out of the group. I don't know, all of a sudden I really like that whole knocking on the knockers joke. It's just kind of funny, it's a little endearing. Lucy did it when she was Dolly Parton in the commercial in the 925, very funny. And I will say, for people who didn't want country, like, isn't Dolly Parton your idol, your god? Shouldn't you like know some country to not be totally against it? I don't know, maybe it's a stereotype. And then the metal group, the Rocking OGs, I'm not exactly sure the reference. Is it supposed to be G's for grandma? I don't know. I thought it was okay. I definitely think Sasha did the best and should have won. I didn't think Malaysia, Aura, and Spice really did anything. Did we catch that there was a lot of urinating in the bed references? Like, I think they all mentioned it, or at least definitely 3 of the 4. So that was weird, and I would say just them headbanging, choreography-wise, it wasn't that great. I wouldn't say this is my favorite one, but like I said, Sasha has definitely been proving how she is like the goddess of the drag world in the US. And her being from Hawaii, it's like, yeah, represent. Other than she also had that story about how police brutality against trans people, so that's not really cool. So I mean, every state's got their history, so as long as we're moving in the right direction. And then the last group, the hip-hop one, the Old Dirty Bitches. This was actually Annie's favorite one. And I kind of get it, because they were 4 very strong dancers. The only thing is that I feel like they broke the fantasy of being a golden girl group. Like, they're supposed to be old people. Like, there's no way these old people can do that. I would have been okay with it if they were, like, doing these fancy moves, and then, like, they broke a hip, or they broke a leg, and by the end of it, they were just down and out. Like, that would have been funny. It's like, I don't know. I wanted to see more. I wanted to see more interaction between the girls, like the Banjo Bitches have. I did think it was funny that they were all in the like tracksuits, like they were all power walkers in a mall kind of vibe. Other than that, you couldn't tell that they were old people. Oh yeah, by the way, the makeup, like everyone knew how to do old people makeup, and I'm like, what is this? A drag queen skill set I didn't know they had? Also, kind of suspicious that they would call this the Golden Girl Group Challenge, have 4 to each group, and none of them made a Golden Girls reference. performance. I mean, maybe they have. I can't really understand the lyrics, but like not one person would be like Dorothy, then another Blanche, and another Rose, and another Sophie, and God, I'm getting like Elliot with 2 T's, PTSD Snatch Game. I'm not like saying they had to be that queen, but they could have like embodied that character for each one and have like references and a dynamic. Because if you have not seen Golden Girls, oh my god, that show is so good. It's very wholesome, very funny, very progressive for its time. They're just like 4 sassy women who are just retired. They're kind of just like done. They're just trying to live the best lives. I think they're like, because they're all very lonely, and Blanche put out like a poster that she wanted roommates because her husband just died and she just wanted to have fun with gal pals. That's what Gal Valentine should have came from, but instead it came from Parks and Rec. So I think it would have been cuter if they had some references, although I don't know if it goes into like All-Stars season 5 where they had that, I don't remember what it was, like a commercial, and I remember it was like Shea Coulee and Miss Cracker and somebody else who they were like, oh, we're gonna do Golden Girls references, like, oh right, and then they didn't really hit the references. And I mean, I guess like, yeah, that would be the boon and bane of doing a reference, that you really gotta hit it on the nail if you're gonna do that. So we have the 3 performances, and then we go to the runway, which is tie-dye to die for, which I don't care for tie-dye looks. I do like shibari, which is basically Japanese tie-dye, except that's only 2 colors, blue and white. And we all know what we saw, or maybe we didn't because it went so fast that we couldn't tell what happened. That was a short runway. It's interesting because I think like in previous seasons, I was like, I don't know if I really care about runways. I think I really only care about the lip sync battle. And now that it's been shortened to like a second for each queen, I'm like, no, I do care about runways. I care about it so much. MTV picked up this show for a reason. They should have given it the full hour and a half, 45 minute, or you know, whatever edit that it's supposed to have. I think 45 is what it is now. Yeah. So I'm just like, I mean, to be fair though, I think not many of these outfits were that great. I think my favorite is probably like Selena's because it felt very like coral reef against the ocean kind of vibe, and it was complementary colors, and it was just very roughly, very textured. So it had good color, good shape. Maybe not good shape, but it was a unique shape. I know Annie liked Lucy's one because she's like a pastel bitch. She just loves pastel colors, and purple is like, you know, a good color to have. I thought it was okay. I thought it was kind of a basic dress. I guess not basic, but like we've seen that kind of dress before. It's just in a tie-dye pattern. It's like, okay, whatever. Because a lot of them I feel like really didn't meet the standards. Like a Nitra's one was just scraps of fabric on her. I don't know what Jax is doing. I'm kind of hoping and rooting for Jax. I mean, I know I said in the beginning I wasn't really, but I'm kind of now because she's such a good dancer. And you know, she's got some comedic chops to her with that snatch game. But god damn, that was an ugly look. This is the one thing about like lip syncs that irks me sometimes, is like sometimes the queens that go up for the lip sync that you're all waiting for have like the ugly ass outfit you can see. Kind of like Lala Ree when she did Fancy. Robin was okay. I mean, it was cute. It was pink. It was tissuey. And it was good to see that on the lip sync. And I will say, like, Marsha's one with the nosebleed, I like him, but I did not see any tie-dye reference. Like, I don't know. Is there, like, another definition of tie-dye that I just don't know about? I'm a millennium. I kind of know tie-dyes from, like, it being a 70s reference to it being kind of like a current trend, so I don't know, it didn't hit it for me for that one. And so the tops was like Mistress, Sasha, Aura, which I don't think anyone agrees Aura should have been up there, let alone win the entire challenge. Again, that win should have totally gone to Sasha. She came out, high energy, good lyrics, great look. I mean, not her tie-dye look, but I didn't care for Aura's look either. And then the bottom was Anitra, Jax, and Robin. I don't know if I entirely agree. I mean, like I said, they broke the fantasy of old people. And I think Lucy was just safe because they liked her voice, which is very funny. I feel like Spice should have been on the bottom. I feel like it just wasn't metal. It was just basically her TikTok song all over again. But I think it's like with productionized or whatever you want to call it. It was like, okay, we've done the Sugar and Spice drama, so we don't have to put Spice on the bottom. And now that Amethyst and Robin are not going to share any of their history and not going to bring any drama, we're going to eliminate these two next. I'm like, damn. I mean, so it ends up being Jax versus Robin, lip syncing to the song In Your Room. Very good lip sync. I would say Jax did a tremendous job doing this lip sync. I mean, she killed Robin. Which I'm kind of sad because I don't feel like Robin did much. I think she has somewhat of that perfectionist problem where she can't really get out of her comfort zone. There's a difference between gambling and growth. And I'm sure she's just taking little tiny baby steps of growth, but Drag Race is really, 16 or are episodes of challenges that are going to make you go out of the box and see what else you can succeed in, like how Trinity Taylor became Trinity the Tuck because she found out that she's funny, which she is after that Snatch Game, All-Star 7 winner season. So Robin got eliminated and Jax gets to stay for another day. Hopefully her looks get better. And yeah, so then we'll just wait till we get on to the next episode where they do a redo of the Daytona wins, which I feel like the joke is kind of gone. So, I mean, I didn't like it in the first place. I didn't like it when season 14 happened. I think Lady Camden won that one, if I'm not mistaken. That's good for her. Man, I love Lady Camden. I feel like after season 14, I've been liking Lady Camden more, and Willow Pill has just been like, and Willow Pill did great in the season. I mean, she deserves the win, but I miss Lady Camden. I don't know if it's the accent or looks or whatever. So until then, and I don't know what this thumbnail is gonna look like, so we'll see. Thanks. Bye.